Hey guys, I'm going to explain my third artifact for culture and climate. I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible as I got a lot in here. All right, so the thing I wanted to talk about is setting up the culture and climate. So it's really being intentional. So that's my focus. A lot of things I can't indicate on here about just being a positive leader, being respectful to staff, but then I really just want to focus on the systems that I have in place that I specifically use to do that. And so the trauma-informed care plan I have that I've worked with the district support team with my mental health practitioner, that we make sure that we put that into place and we have that system ran. And then one thing is within that is a survey, and it was an optional survey, but we took advantage of it. So we have the fall and the spring data linked here, as well as the kiddos information. And so as a leader, it's really, really important for me to make sure I create this system, because if I have a positive learning environment and a positive culture, then our students are going to do better, our teachers are going to do better. And so overall, it's really, really important. But also as a leader, I'm making sure that I want to focus on how my teachers treat all kids, even of different races, ethnicities, and cultures. And so actually that, according to the survey data, you can take a look at it at your own time. We went up 7.7 of being extremely fair, and then it actually went down of the not really fair for kiddos. So that felt, I was really excited when I saw that data that we're definitely heading in the right direction. And then if you look at the teachers, they're definitely confident, and overall there's a consensus that teachers are quite confident or quite supportive what's going on with their feelings of their culture and climate and of our school. Another thing that I'm super proud of, and I wanted to make sure, and so it's really hard to do an artifact or kind of narrow down this, because there's a lot of things in place and a lot of things are really important in making sure that you have this strong system. So I have MTSS link here. I'm not going to link it. You all know what that looks like. I just have that there if you want to review it. But one thing I have experiences, and I'm an academic and behavior response intervention. I'm an ABRE school. I was for 2 years since Dr. Scott went away. That's no longer available to me. But I worked with them, and we really worked on creating those systems. And we created an intervention system for academics as well as PBIS. I have my PBIS handbook link that just describes our rules, expectations, our teacher expectations, and our rewards and fun stuff in there. And so it's really important that we review that and have that available, and that we are making sure that we are running that. And so how we check that we are actually implementing that is with fidelity checks. And so I'm proud to say that I run level 1, level 2, and level 3 with 100% fidelity. And so I took it upon myself. The district doesn't even do that. So I've used these fidelity systems. So I'll just show you the third tier. And so what this is the component, and then what we have in place within that. So we have 100% of that fully in place. And so I'm really proud of that. So then how do we move our kids to and from, or how do we determine what kid is a tiered? And so I also wanted to include our SRSS-IE. That is a tool that we use where teachers come together and we look at their intrinsic and extrinsic behavior. So, of course, the higher the number, the more of a need. But we also take referrals, treatment team notes, and daily point sheets, and we use all of that to tier our kids. And so I've also included the tiered flow chart, and this is how we determine what kid is in what tier, and then what kind of specific services that they will get according to that tier. Okay, so what I found is successful is really using the PBIS framework, trauma-informed care. All of those really have made a big difference. This is my 7th year as an AP with Home the Innocents, and I tell you, these systems in place have really created an environment. I went from a school where no one wanted to come here, and now I have teachers really, really wanting to come and work with us here. We have kids who are making great gains, and so this stuff really makes a difference. And so really I'm glad that this is happening. But other things that I found that is really successful is that we have social emotional lessons embedded every single day. So we start off, we have it embedded in our schedule. Kids, the first thing they get is a social emotional lesson. And then another thing is making sure that we are teaching PBIS lessons on a weekly basis on a living calendar is just showing you proof of how we implement that. And there's some lessons there that's also correlated with it. Another thing is successful is making sure that I'm meeting with my mental health practitioners, my treatment team, my counselors on a weekly basis, that we're on the same page and that we're making sure that all of our systems are in check. And then yoga. Yoga was a really fun thing. We've added several times, but this year we had it once a week and every kid did it, and even some teachers, which was great. Right, connection to pillar. So obviously it's connected to the culture and climate. And so again, using district initiatives with PBIS and trauma informed care, MTSS team supports. So it's really helped me modify and make sure that I promote a positive change into my school culture. And it really provides an opportunity for teachers to teach and kids to learn. And then racial equity is also a pillar that is reflected upon this work through our system checks and making sure that we reap our PBIS plans. Everything that we do has been reaped. And then also the survey data indicates that we are looking at that and making sure that we have a laser-like focus and making sure that we are addressing any disparities or any issues that we may have amongst certain populations. So really important stuff there. And then connection to the six systems, obviously is two, is collecting data. And so we make sure that we monitor that for our attendance and behavior, specifically to this one. Collaborative planning, we're working in professional learning teams. Our teachers are looking at data with me. I'm working with treatment partners. And so we're definitely collaborative there. And then obviously on our system 5 is our MTSS support. So we're making sure that we're meeting and we are focused on that intervention system. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.